me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy, cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun, whether we're talking man to man or whether we're talking sun to sun, 'cause he's my best friend. Yeah, he's my best friend. La la, ba da 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 ya, ba da 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 ba, ba da 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 ya, ba da 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 beep beep, bo bo bye, rubba dubba beep, bo bye, rubba dubba beep, bo bo bo.
Scott! Let me tell you something about your best friend.
Oh my goodness! What the hell just happened?
I am now a winner.
New music, new attitude, new look for Smooth Sammy Smooth. Rebel without a cause, it says on his back. And oh look, Livy Grace is there with him. A chair is in the ring now with him as well. Livy Grace, the former Tennessee Honey, the current reigning IPW UK Women's Champion. There's holding up Smooth's old jacket. Reminiscent, representative rather of the old Sammy Smooth. This man, quite literally, the embodiment of the saying, if you can't beat them, join them. The normally smiling Scott Starr has a very different look on his face. And it's no surprise why. Look at that face, the personification of determination. This is so personal. These two were tag partners, Smooth Star they called themselves. They trained together, they came up from the academy together. And when they end up facing each other for the IPW UK All England Championship, they said it was a friendly contest and the best man would win. Well, unfortunately for Sammy Smooth, the best man turned out to be Scott Starr, and that has stuck in his craw ever since. And we now found ourselves in this situation.
The following contest is a tables match for the All England Championship. Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner and accompanied to the ring by Livy Grace. From the Hard Rock Cafe, he is the rebel without a cause, Smooth Sammy Smooth. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner from Buckinghamshire, he is your current reigning, defending All England champion, the Wrecking Ball, Scott Starr!
It's just so strange to hear Sammy Smooth getting booed by the IPW faithful here in Rochester. They used to love this man, and quite rightly so. He had battles with Jimmy Havoc to try and wrest that world title from his grasp, and failed, and decided, as I said, if you can't beat them, join them. You can cut the tension in the air with a knife. Well, this was never going to be a feeling out process. This was always going to be a big war, and both men are going for big moves early. High impact shooting star press, blocked, knees first, lands Scott Starr right on the knees of Sammy Smooth into a torture rack. Oh my word, clash of heads. And down out the ring goes Starr, and down to his knees goes Smooth. Starr barely moving, he might be out from that. That was a real hard clash of heads. Livy Grace, the former Tennessee Honey, throws him back in the ring. Don't forget, this is no DQ. Anything can happen, anything goes. Oh! Super kick to Livy Grace. Well, if you're going to interject yourself in the match, that is what you risk happening. These two men obviously know each other so well, former tag team partners, former travel buddies, former room buddies. They were as close as brothers in and out the ring, and now it's come to this. The only way to win this is to drive your opponent through a table. Smooth now measuring up, Starr. Oh, big boot, down goes Scott Starr. And when Smooth turned on Scott Starr and wrapped that branding iron around the back of his knee, it literally caused a riot, literally. I mean, people, into our VIP area he goes. People literally had to be ejected from the building because they were getting so upset. This is not going to end well, whichever way it goes on. Oh, Hurricane Rana over the railings. And I apologise for the, at times, here we, whoa, big time tope. I was going to say I apologise for the shaking camera at times. We've basically got one of our cameramen who is just following the action around wherever it goes. We want to bring everything that's going on in this match for you. Rams Smooth into the corner of the ring post. And you notice they're square with hard edges, not round. Here we go again. As I said, our cameramen have access all areas, wristbands, and they can go anywhere that this action takes us into the bar. Right by our merchandise and souvenir stand. We don't want that getting damaged. Oh, moonsault off the bar onto Sammy Smooth. And look at this, they're fighting on the floor by the bar. And we're back in the ring now. And they're brawling right by the ring, the entrance ramp. Oh, DDT on the ramp. Sammy Smooth down and out on the ramp from that DDT, and Scott Starr's got a table. Smooth goes right past us, takes evasive action. And we got a table in the ring. Table for one for Sammy Smooth. Mocking these fans, putting the table back down underneath the ring, which isn't the smartest move because he needs one of them to win the match. And I think he wants to try and beat up Scott Starr some more. So we now both men back in the ring. Starr pulls himself up using the ropes for assistance, having a hard time staying on his feet. Punishment that he's been taking so far. Big forearm uppercut from Sammy Smooth. Down to the floor again goes Scott Starr. But remember, pinfalls mean nothing. There are no submissions. There are no disqualifications. You have to put your opponent through a table. We've got one at ringside now that Scott Starr has introduced into the match. He managed to get the table while Sammy Smooth was out on the ramp following that high-impact DDT, but Smooth appears to have made a recovery from this. The adrenaline flowing through these men, the personal nature of this match, the main event nature of this match as well. They are not going to feel a lot of this till tomorrow morning, trust me. Oh! Chopped him in the face! In the face! Oh! And Scott Starr launched like a lawn dart into the top turnbuckle, face first. My goodness me! He is down and breathing heavily. Look, you can see how much is taken out of Scott Starr just now, beginning to come to a bit. Smooth looking under the ring. One would presume there's a table there in there. Livy Grace, you can see they're still at ringside, has clearly identified that. Smooth getting into an argument with ringsiders. And we have a table in the ring again. And he's going to lean it up against the corner. Well, that's just as good a way of putting someone through a table if you lean it up in the corner. And you might say it's easier sometimes in some ways to put someone through. Starr is barely with it at the moment. That torpedo into the corner really has taken it out of him. the humiliation he might suffer if he's put through a table a second time in the same venue by Sammy Smooth. And, oh! Launch into that table, but not really in a way that would make it break, just in a way to further punish Scott Starr. And Smooth again arguing with our ringsiders, really not focusing on the job in hand. Oh, sliced bread number 2. Down goes Smooth, just avoids that table and it lands on the canvas right by him. Oh my word, did you see that? I don't know if I think Smooth just managed to avoid it, because that could have had some serious impact on him. Maybe just grazed the back of his head, but that could have knocked him silly. And now Scott Starr places that table in the middle of the ring. And Sammy Smooth now on that table. Scott Starr, if he hits, he's going for the wrecking ball, I think. If he hits, I was going to say, if he hits this, it's all over. But Livy Grace manages to save the day for Sammy Smooth. And the table's out of the ring, and that's that. Livy Grace has rescued the situation, and like we saw with Cuban Heat, the numbers game here is coming into play. And Scott Starr needs to have some backup of his own. And just as I say that, Shakara, one of our top contenders in the women's division, launches herself at Sammy Smooth, and the two women now brawling on the floor. Livy Grace, our women's champion, Shakara, one of the top contenders. And just as I was saying that Scott Starr needed some backup, he gets it in the form of Shakara. Launched into one of our ringsiders' tables here at the casino rooms. And I think you can safely say that Livy Grace has been eliminated from proceedings. She's taken her out the front door. Out the front door she goes. Well, hopefully that's that from Livy Grace. Back in the ring now. The table has gone, but Sammy Smooth trying, big boot to the face, trying to hit a high impact move on Scott Starr to further weaken him, and it looks like we're going for a... Oh! Looks like he was going for a brainbuster, and Scott Starr slipped out of it and hit the top of his head on the top rope. I've never seen that before in all my years of watching wrestling. And Starr's not moving. Scott Starr is not moving, and Sammy Smooth has got a smirk across his face. It's a look on his face we never used to see on Sammy Smooth, but this, as we have established, is a changed man. And say what you want about his new attitude and his new allegiances, so far he's got a 100% success rate. Like a football club when they change managers. It's paying off whether you like it or not. But the question is, can Sammy Smooth regain the All England belt that he lost to Scott Starr? And he's setting up a table in precisely the same spot that he put Scott Starr through 2 months ago, right here in Rochester. Talk about mind games. Talk about significance. Starr leaps over the top. He's in a precarious position, but manages to snap down in a sunset flip. Multiple kicks and a second win for Starr. Now he's avoided that situation. He's out of the dangerous predicament. Tornado DDT, and he holds on. Starr now really in control. Oh my goodness me! Death Valley driver onto the knees, and look where Sammy Smooth is now. And I can just see in the corner of my eye, Adam Flex Maxted has interfered. He's involved himself in this as more members of Havoc's army come down to ringside. Thankfully, Scott Starr landed inside the ring and not out. Full Nelson driver from Flex Maxted. Yeah, look at me. Yeah, we're looking at you, pal. We're looking at you sticking your nose in this match. But however much Tom Scarborough can protest, this is as legal as a wrist lock. Jackhammer from Maxted, who looks very pleased with himself. And now it's 2-on-1 again. And we now have two. The table has been put back where it was originally, more or less. We're having a bit of a strategy session here, and Smooth wants not one but two tables. Two tables. Does he want to stack them side by side to make a larger surface area to land on? This guarantees you hitting the spot, or is he talking about stacking one on top of the other for what would be a horrible impact? It's bad enough going through one table. Oh, he's putting them on top. He is. Oh my goodness. This does not bode well for Scott Starr and for his All England title. There are two men in the ring against him. There are two tables stacked up outside the ring. He only needs to go through one of them, not just, let alone two. But Starr fights back. Oh, hits the wrecking ball out of nowhere. And Scott Starr is fighting the battle by himself against two men. Talk about the spirit and the heart of a champion. And they're in a oh my goodness me, they're in the most a predicament and a half. And Maxted's back up, kicked off by Starr. Oh! Oh my goodness! And that's it. Let's get the official word.
Here is your winner and new All England champion, Smooth Sammy Smooth.
My goodness me. The 2-on-1 advantage, which is just typical of Havoc's army, comes into play, and Scott Starr has not moved. He might be out. My word, this looks bad for Scott Starr. Smooth's got his title belt back. This is sickening. This is absolutely sickening. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, Sammy Smooth with the new title, his title belt around his waist. We are running out of time here at the casino rooms. I just want to say thank you very much for joining us for Super Show 7. We will be back on Monday, April the 17th, Easter Monday. It's Marty Skull v Angelico, Big Grizzly v Jack Evans, Ray Phoenix, Pentagon Jr. Keep up to date at IPW UK on social media for more information as time goes on. On behalf of everyone here at IPW UK, this is the Twisted Genius, Dean A. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next month. I'll see you ringside.